So.
Well then, the character Set Abominae. When did you come up with him for the first time? Because I think in '98 it was.
That was the first album he was on. Yeah.
Do you still recall when you?
I don't really know. It's very strange. I don't know how the story came to me. I don't know. It just did. And I mean, the first thing that came to me was Set and the character and this image that I had of him in my head. And I spoke to Greg Capullo about him, who actually drew him out, gave me some sketches. I did some changes. He, made the changes, and that ended up being the album cover. But as far as the actual story, it all happened around the same time, and I really don't know where it came from. It's a very, very involved story. It probably came from my, weird views on what religion has done to man, and my love of history, and my the interest that I have in the potential government conspiracies and this kind of stuff. It's like this story has everything in it. It has every element that you can imagine, really.
So what is then for the last album came out last year, and then this is the new album. So story-wise, can you tell what the previous album had and then this album? Are they connected more or less, or just?
Well, they're totally connected. Yeah, it was all written at the same time. I mean, I wrote all the music, and from 2000, February of 2006, I started writing, and wrote solid for a year, and started cutting drums February 2007, and we did these 35 songs, whatever it is, all at once, and then I finished up the lyrics for part 2 and vocal melodies and stuff just in the early part of this year.
Can you tell, then describe what the storyline is?
Well, the story, it's really complex. I mean, it'd be hard to get into, but the first, part 1 deals with the first 10,000 years of the story from the point of, the premise is that mankind is actually alien to the planet Earth, and that the original inhabitants of Earth are a group of beings called the Sessions, and they are the direct descendants of God, or the architect of the universe. They're like they're all knowing, the very peaceful beings, but they have all the power that you could possibly imagine because they know how the universe works. I mean, they know it. And the Elder Council sees in the prophecy that human beings are going to come and invade the planet Earth in search of this knowledge. And so what they do, they know that they are going to be destroyed as a culture. So they assemble 10,000 of their own people to go into hiding while the invasion takes place and while the slaughter takes place. And the human beings are basically, there's an event called the clouding that takes place. And there's a song called The Clouding, and what that refers to is the clouding of man's mind, like how we don't really know why we're here, how we got here, all of that. And it has a sort of a Tower of Babel parallel, that after the days of clouding, the human beings wake up and they can't speak to each other anymore. I mean, only, like, we could communicate because we're both white guys, but we couldn't talk to the black guys because now they only understand each other. And so it's under that premise that the human beings then all start to faction off and spread around the globe. But now the 10,000 have come back down and mixed in with the humans, and the Sessions now look like humans, and now they are leading these factions around the globe, and they're in positions of leadership so that they can manipulate man over the course of the next 12,000 years, and ultimately bring about the fall of mankind, or Armageddon. So they create all the religions, they're behind all of the governments of the world, and it's, like I said, it's very complex. But framing Armageddon is the first 10,000 years of the story, and then the Crucible of Man opens with the birth of Set, the main character, who in the story is he's the Antichrist to mankind, but he's the savior of his own race.
Yeah.
So.